A long time ago, there lived a man named Job in a land called Uz. Job was a good man. He loved God and stayed away from doing wrong. He was honest, kind, and faithful. Job was very rich. He had a big family and 7 sons and 3 daughters. He owned thousands of animals, sheep, camels, oxen, and donkeys. He had many workers and lived in a large home. People in the land respected Job. He was known for helping the poor, feeding the hungry, and caring for the sick. But the story of Job is not about his wealth. It is about his faith. One day, God's angels came to him in heaven, and Satan came too. God asked Satan, "Where have you been?" Satan replied, "I've been going up and down the earth, looking at people." God said, "Have you noticed my servant Job? He is a good and faithful man. He honors me and stays away from evil." Satan laughed. "Of course he honors you. You protect him. You bless him. You gave him everything. But take away what he has, and he will curse you to your face." God said, "Then test him. Take what he has, but do not hurt him." Satan went down to earth and brought trouble to Job's life. One day, messengers came to Job with bad news. "Your oxen and donkeys were stolen. The workers were killed. Fire came from the sky and burned your sheep. Enemies took your camels and killed the servants. A great wind blew down your son's house. All your children are dead." In one day, Job lost everything, his animals, his servants, his home, and his children. But Job did not blame God. He fell to the ground and said, "I came into this world with nothing, and I will leave with nothing. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." Satan came to God again. God said, "See, Job still worships me, even after losing everything." Satan said, "Skin for skin. A man will give anything to save his life. Hurt his body, and he will curse you." God replied, "Do what you want with Job's body, but do not kill him." So Satan struck Job with painful sores from his head to his feet. Job sat in ashes, scratching his skin with broken pottery. His wife said, "Why do you still try to be good? Curse God and die." But Job said, "Shall we accept good from God and not trouble?" Even in pain, Job did not sin with his words. 3 of Job's friends came to visit him, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar. They sat with him in silence for 7 days because his pain was so great. Then they began to speak, but instead of comforting Job, they blamed him. They said, "You must have sinned. God is just. He punishes the wicked. If you're suffering, it must be your fault." But Job said, "I have done nothing wrong. I want to speak to God. I want to understand why this is happening to me." Job cried out in pain, in confusion, and in sorrow. But still, he did not curse God. After a long time, God finally spoke to Job. He spoke from a storm and asked, "Where were you when I created the earth? Can you command the morning or send lightning? Do you know how the stars move or how the animals live?" God reminded Job that his wisdom is beyond human understanding. There are things Job could never know. Job felt small and humbled. He said, "I spoke of things I did not understand. My ears had heard of you, but now my eyes have seen you. I take back my words and bow before you." God was angry with Job's friends because they spoke wrongly about him. He told them to bring sacrifices, and Job would pray for them. Job forgave them and prayed. Then God blessed Job again. He gave him twice as much as before. More animals, more servants, a new home, 7 more sons and 3 more daughters, long life, peace, and joy.